someone said, why do we worship? And I was like, how could you not? I mean, the second you encounter the goodness of God, no matter what life looks like or even your circumstances, it doesn't change God's goodness. And how could you not? How could you not worship and just love him so much and not be able to hold back that love?
But we're really in a season and in a culture where we are surrounded with things that allow us to stay busy. And even with Twitter and Facebook and those kinds of things, we can even not even be completely in touch with reality very often if we don't want to. We could just text and not even have to talk to people. Now we can talk to a robot inside of our phone named Siri that can look up everything. I mean, it's just funny to me how our culture is. But you know what? As believers, we cannot be defined by our culture outside of the four walls. We've got to stay connected to the Lord in reality. And here's what I mean by that. That we can't just be so quick to download the next big app that is our devotional with the Lord. But it's my heart that as believers and as people of God, we would press into his presence just between us and him. And that no matter how busy it can be around us, that is our number one thing. 'Cause
I want you guys to think about something. Worship is not music. Worship is not songs. Those are expressions of worship. Worship cannot be confined to a box. Worship is simply our connection to him. That's it. This one thing. The songs, the dance, the painting, the singing, all of that are expressions of worship. They're expressions that flow out of that place. But worship, simply put, keeping it out of the box, is just this connection that we have to God. This is what happens to us. We go through our week and we have life. We have jobs, we have kids, we have families, we have friends, we have our bad days, our good days, we have school, we have lots of things going on. And then we come to church on Sunday and we say, okay, pastor, okay, worship team, get me connected again. Imagine what would worship be like if everyone corporately came in already connected, ready to go, saying, I don't need a song to get me connected again. I don't need anyone to do anything to conjure something up inside of me because I fought all week long for this connection because it is the most important thing in my life. At any moment, I can go to the grocery store and I can be standing in line and I can stop, boom, what I'm doing right there, and I can worship Jesus with all that is within me, with all the passion inside of me, right then and there, because this connection is alive. It is alive. It is connected. And I don't have to go and try and get any songs or whatever. I don't go, oh, excuse me, is there anyone here in the grocery store that can play a song for me right now? I just feel a need to worship and I need you to kind of work something up in me. Like, no way. Like, I want this connection alive. I want to see a church where people come and they are like, I am connected. I'm ready to go. And I don't need songs or this or that. And I'm not trying to say songs are bad. I'm not trying to say we don't sing songs. I'm just trying to say, what would it be like if we come already connected?
People, when they're in a relationship and they're insecure, they feel like they have to talk the whole time. That's actually a sign of insecurity, not a sign of security and intimacy. When you're sitting with someone you claim to love and feel like you have to talk the entire time, shows that you're insecure about your position in the relationship. And I feel like sometimes we come before the Lord and feel like, let's just talk the whole time. Let's just sing 1,000 songs, and however much we can cram into 30 minutes, we'll cram it in there. Instead of saying, no, like, look, you should have brought an offering to God this morning. If you didn't bring anything to sing, if you didn't bring anything to pray, and you're just waiting for the people on the platform to do it for you, then it's not yours anyway. All this should be is a spark to your fire. That's all it should be. What did you bring as an offering this morning? What did we all bring? Does that make sense? Because we come to church and want somebody else to feed us, and we don't understand that, no, your responsibility is to feed yourself. Can you imagine if you had a 15-year-old that was still breastfeeding? And I'm not trying to be vulgar, but that's for real. Do you see what I'm saying? We go, whoa, that's inappropriate. But we do it all the time at church. Come feed me, please. Feed me, feed me, feed me. No, you feed yourself. This is supposed to be a corporate expression of what you're already doing at your house. Honestly, I'm just being real with you this morning. If this is your only time you meet with Jesus, please go home, because this will be worthless to you. This is actually a hindrance to you if you're not doing this at home. It really is. This should be a spark to your flame. You should already be burning when you come here. You guys, we are spiritually bulimic in the United States. We are eating on Sundays, throwing it up on Mondays, showing back on Sundays, and starting the process all over.
Worship is something you do every day from the minute you wake up till you go to sleep at night. It's something that you choose. It's this, it's just this choice to be selfless instead of selfish. It's the laying down of your life and your affection and your love, and it's saying, I'm going to live for you, and I'm going to die for you, and it's all for you, because you already, he paid everything for me to be close to him. He paid the ultimate sacrifice so that there would be no space between us. And so when I think about worship, I think about filling in all the space, because he went as far as he could to come to me. He's done everything he could to get to me. And if there's any space, it's because I created that space. It's because I gave somebody that place or some situation or something that's that place. And so in worship, that's a constant choice to remove the space and say, come and fill in this space so there's nothing between us. And this is what I have to give you. And it's a big deal to him, but it doesn't feel that big to us. I'm always saying, this feels so small to me. I don't feel like with my whole life, I could pay you back. But I'll try, and here it is.